In today's video, we'll create DIY holiday decor, Christmas crafts, and festive home decorating ideas using the brand new Iron Orchid design stamps, molds, and transfers. These are budget-friendly and beautiful. Welcome to the Chic Show. For the first project, I'll be using part of the Christmas Wishes stamp. I'll be using the Santa Claus right here at the top. This is a flowered sackcloth from Dollar Tree. It's very, very thin, and I'm going to be cutting a square to fit into this little embroidery hoop. I'm using a black ink pad to ink up the top part of Santa Claus because that's the only part that's going to show on this project. And then I'll use a baby wipe to go around the edges and be sure that I haven't gotten any ink on any of the others. I just left my Santa Claus on this backing sheet since that's the only part I'm going to be inking up. Now I want to check and be sure that everything shows like I want it to. Decided I didn't like the color of this hoop, so I used some fusion paint and painted the outside of the hoop in Everett. So spray painted the inside hoop white, and that's so that it won't stand out so much once I get this piece of cloth inside. Tightened the embroidery hoop until I had it nice and tight, and I gently pulled the fabric to make sure there were no wrinkles. Then I trimmed off the excess with some fabric scissors. I did trace around the hoop on some watercolor paper because I do want to put a backing on this piece. I added a little dot of hot glue at the top just to hold that fabric down, and then I added hot glue around the hoop in sections so that I had time to get my paper in place before the hot glue hardened. Now that the backing is on, I can go back and trim off any excess threads or paper. Since this is going to be an ornament, I added a white silk bow to the top for my ornament hanger, and then I tied a small white bow to add after I get the greenery on. I used some scrap pieces of greenery and some red berries and glued those in place. Now I'll add my bow on and then trim it down to fit. The second project, I'm going to be using this beautiful Saint Nick mold. I used clear resin and let it sit overnight, and the Santa head is beautiful. It also has a little bit of holly berry at the bottom. You can see I did over pour. Try not to do that because resin is quite expensive. I'm also using this Thrifted book that I got for literally pennies. I'm going to first give it a neutral coat of Dixie Belle paint in buttercream. Once the white paint has dried, I did paint over it with Waverly chalk paint in crimson, and then I sealed the paint with DIY's Big Top. I painted Saint Nick with Dixie Belle's buttercream. I used a couple of different brushes for this. This larger one I used just to get the coat of paint on, and then I used a smaller, more bristly brush to get into all those nooks and crannies. Once the paint was dry, I used some Fusion Antiquing glaze, and I painted this all over the Santa Claus, making sure to get down in all of those crevices, and then I went back with a dry paper towel and wiped off the excess. This will really bring out all of those details. If there were any places that I thought had too much of the antiquing glaze in it, I used a small brush and just brushed it out that way. IOD did have a new release in their gilded transfers. I didn't purchase them yet because I still have one from last year that I hadn't used. So I am using one of the gilded transfers from last year, and I chose this word, Noel. In Louisiana, Saint Nick or Santa Claus is also known as Papa Noel. So that's what I'm going to be putting on this book. I used some of the apothecary stamps from a previous release and some gold ink pads for the Papa, and I stamped that on. I did end up going back with the gold paint pen to make it more bright. The spine of the book, I also chose the words Merry and Christmas from last year's gilded transfer. Once my transfers are down, I did use my fingers just to make sure that they were adhered nicely to the book. Now I'm going to use Tite Bond Quick and Thick to glue my Saint Nick to the front of the book. Look at all the little details included with the snow globe mold. For this one, I did use resin again, and I chose to use this little church in the woods that was included with the snow globes mold. I'm going to be painting the trees with some Fusion paint, and I chose Fusion just because it already has a top coat in it and everything. So I'm going to paint all my little trees with Everett paint by Fusion. Give the trees a little bit of dimension. I went back in with another shade from Fusion Paint and just added in some shading. Once those have dried, we definitely need some snow since it's a snow globe. So I started just adding snow to the tops of the trees, and then I decided to go ahead and add it down the branches as well. I used Victorian lace by DIY to paint the snow on the bottom and the church as well. Go back with one more light coat on everything so that I could sprinkle on some glitter on top of that snow. I let that dry completely, and then after I had poured my resin, I pressed this piece down into the resin. I let it sit for about 30 minutes before I pressed this down into the resin. I just forgot to hit record on that. So the next day, once everything is set up, I went and I painted around the edges with Everett just on the top part. And you may notice here that the snow globe doesn't go all of the way around the top. I think I just must not have poured enough, and I didn't notice it didn't pour into that section, but that's okay. It was symmetrical, so it was fine with me. As for the bottom of the globe, I painted it in coal black by Fusion. I'm going to be adding gold onto this, and the gold always looks better when it's over black. I used some white wax on the greenery part, and then I chose to use gold on the black part. The white wax has settled in there. I go back with a paper towel and wipe away any excess. I used a fan brush and brushed gold gilding wax to the black paint. Was all said and done, I decided to go ahead and brush that gold around the greenery part as well. Show you what I use for my ornament hooks. These are little silver glue-on pendant holders for jewelry, and usually I set them down in the resin before it's set, but you can also use UV resin after. Project 4 is using the Christmas post stamp. I'm using this beautiful stamp of Santa in his sleigh with his reindeer. Once I get it inked up with black ink, I'm going to stamp it onto this gift bag. You can see when I pull it up here, there is a little spot that didn't transfer over, so I'm going to gently put that back and do my best to get it in that spot. Still a little trouble, so I tried it again off camera and I got it filled in enough. Now I'm also using this stamp from the same stamp collection. Because the bag is folded, I did unfold the back of it gently so that I could make sure to get into that crease area. For Project 5, I'm combining the Christmas Post stamp with the snow globe mold. I'm going to be using this little church and this snow globe. And I'm first tracing around the snow globe on just regular copy paper, and so that I know exactly where I want to stamp my little church. I want it to show there at the top, so I'm drawing those little lines so I know exactly where to put it. Now I'm inking up my stamp, and I'll use a wet wipe to wipe away any excess that I have around it so that doesn't transfer in the wrong spot. Then I'll place my stamp down on to the area I want it to show on the snow globe and rub gently. I cut out my church so that it would fit onto the back of the snow globe, not worrying about fussy cutting around the edges. I used Waverly chalk paint and ink and painted all around the edge of the snow globe. I then took that gold gilding wax and a little makeup brush, and I just brushed it on all around the snow globe to highlight all of those beautiful features. I am careful to offload my brush just every now and then to make sure that I don't have too much wax on it, because I don't want it to fill in all of the cracks. You can see I got a little bit on the actual globe, so I just went back with a wet wipe and wiped that back. I used DIY's liquid patina to decoupage my paper onto the back of the snow globe. I wanted to be sure that it looked right from the front, so I just held it up gently and pressed it into the back. And of course, I didn't get it exactly right on the back, but I just lifted it up, then gave it a coat of Mod Podge. The sheet music that I'm going to be using on the back is actually pretty thick, and I think Mod Podge works better for this. And I just cut it to fit on the back. Again, not fussy cutting. I just wanted something to cover up the back so that it would be cohesive. and then I added another coat of Mod Podge. This is the gilded transfer from last year that I was referring to that I used on the other project. I'm also going to be using it on this project. So I'm looking for a word that will fit nicely onto the front of this, and I chose peace. All IOD transfers come with a transfer tool, and I used this one on this gilded transfer, but I heard someone say the other day that like a wooden popsicle stick works better on these gilded transfers. So as I was doing this and it wasn't transferring as quickly as I wanted, I went ahead and used the popsicle stick, and they're absolutely right. Use a popsicle stick for the gilded transfers. I don't know what it is, but somehow it works much better and much quicker. For the sake of fall and Halloween, I have one more little project using the snow globe mold, but it is not a Christmas project. This is one of the Painted Photographer's rice papers from Sonnet's Maker's Box from last year. I'm going to be using one of these little witch images. I'm pairing it with one of this year's IOD snow globes molds. I coated the back of the snow globe with Mod Podge, and then I will place my image down onto the globe. I did give it a little spritz of water before laying it into that wet Mod Podge. Once I have it in place, I give it another coat of Mod Podge on the back. Until that Mod Podge completely dries, it does give it kind of a hazy look, but it will dry and will be clear. Once it's dry, I'm going to paint over the back of the image using white chalk paint. This is Waverly Snow White. This will allow the colors of the decoupage paper to really pop on the front. Once that Mod Podge is dry, I'm going to go back with some fusion paint in coal black, and I'm going to paint the bottom part of this globe. Now I'll dry brush over the bottom part of the globe using some gold leaf rub and buff. I love to use black underneath my rub and buff. It just gives it a nice antique brass look. With a very small brush and a very gentle hand, I'm going to take that black paint and go around the edge of the snow globe. And just like the bottom, I'll add a little bit of that gold leaf on top. I chose to add my little witch globe to the front of one of these Dollar Tree mirrors. Now, I didn't want to glue it on the mirror because I want to be able to change it out for the season. So I used some of the sticky back Velcro and just stuck it right down to the frame. I hope these DIY holiday decor ideas and Christmas crafts inspire you to create festive, budget-friendly home decorating ideas this season. Don't forget to check out Iron Orchid Designs for all of their releases. If you're looking for more creative ideas, check out this video right here. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.